Hey, what's going on, Capricorn? Thank you so much for being here. You guys already know how much I do appreciate your time and your energy. This is going to be your end of March read for 2019. So it's roughly going to cover the 16th through the 31st, okay? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But the messages won't resonate to everyone. And if that's the case, then just check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, or just watch another reader, okay? But please don't force the situation, all right? So let's go ahead and keep the same format for the first half of March. So for the second half of March, we're going to pull here from the Black Moon Astrology deck just to get a general overview of what the energies look like for you during this time frame, okay? So let's take a look. All right. So we have the Gemini card, I think. Okay. So Capricorn, there's a lot of pondering going on around this time frame. There's a lot of, well, thinking, right? There's a lot of you being in your own head, in your own mind, maybe analyzing things, maybe just trying to get an understanding of certain things. You may be kind of, in a way, kind of like going back and forth in your mind about a particular situation, okay? So there's definitely something that's on your mind. I feel like your intuition could play a big part here with this. Like there may be something that you intuitively think and your mind kind of runs with it. This could be where you may be, for some of you, you may be building like, you may be coming up with scenarios based off of, your own conclusions that you've drawn. Or maybe someone around you is. But let's see what the tarot has to add. And thank you for being patient with me, of course, while everything gets pulled out. And then I like to put my card under the deck right there. All right, so the central energy as we move into the middle of March here is the Princess of Pentacles. Nice. Very earth energy, could be Capricorn energy. So this could be you, Capricorn. Just for a lot of you right now, you may be at a turning point in your life where maybe there's a particular idea or a particular something that has been like, given to you, and, you're ready to start this path as far as building it. I like to say that this Princess of Pentacles or this Page of Pentacles has just been given the Ace of Pentacles. And so now it's a point where it's like, oh, I can really do something with this. I can really make this into something, is what I feel. Like a lot of you may be saying that. A lot of you may be having those types of scenarios play out for you during this time frame where, there's something maybe unexpected that's been given to you. And it's just like, hey, I can really take this far, or I could really, do something with this. Just based off of how, whatever you come up with in your own mind. You use your mind and you use your resources, and, you can really start down this wonderful path to maybe either something lucrative or just something more stable. So the past energies is we have the Three of Wands. So in the past, I feel like, or maybe leading up to now, I feel like there was something that you have been waiting for, maybe some sort of like official go ahead, possibly. And I think that now with the Princess of Pentacles, I feel like you do kind of have that go ahead. And but with the Three of Wands here, yeah, there's definitely like I feel like you made a decision up to a certain point, and then now or you made a decision up to a certain point, and then all you had to really do was just kind of sit back and just wait on the other moving parts to, you know, come forward towards you so that you can complete, or so that you can fully, you know, begin or start this particular you know, start down this particular path. We do have the Princess of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles, and then we do have the threes. So we're still like in low numbers here, which means to tell me that Capricorn, a lot of you are still in the beginning stages of something. Yeah, you've put work into it to a degree, but you're at the point now where it's almost like you're kind of having to, or you kind of had to sit back and kind of wait for either other people to get their part done, or just, you know, just whatever other moving parts to whatever you're trying to handle. Okay, so the Prince of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, comes up here in your present energies. So Capricorn, again, this could be that Gemini energy that you've been, you know, that you're kind of working under a little bit here. The Prince of Swords does represent either a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. It doesn't have to, but that is the element that it represents. You could be you could be actually really making it very vocal at this point, you know, about your ideas and about you being ready to implement them. Okay, so I kind of feel like with the Three of Wands here and then the Knight of Swords or the Prince of Swords, I almost get the sense where it's kind of like you guys are kind of on the seat of your pants. Like your ideas are fresh. You have fresh new concepts. You have, excuse me. I'm sorry, excuse me. So yeah, your ideas are fresh. You have brand new, fresh new concepts that you want to be able to, you know, express out to other people. And, you know, you're very much in that energy right now of you wanting to get the ball rolling. Even if that means right now just kind of putting your ideas out on paper, or, you know, email, or vocalizing it in some sort of way. Even if nothing is necessarily not actually happening physically yet, you kind of have your base, and now you're ready to move forward with those ideas. The future energies is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune coming up here in the possible future energies, well, I can take this a couple of ways yet, because it is in your possible future. So either things could really turn around for you and really actually begin to look up. Not to say that things have been like really down for you. You know, not that I can see in this particular reading, but, you know, if they have been pretty down for you, then I think with the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to be turning around for you in your favor. Maybe something in the past is going to be turning around for you in your favor that was some sort of like hindrance for you before. And like maybe, you know, it kind of had you sitting in this spot where you kind of have to stay still for a moment, and that's why you're so ready to just move forward with your ideas. But I do feel like things could possibly look really, really good. Now, on the other hand, though, I would be remiss if I was to say that this Wheel of Fortune couldn't work both ways, and you know, really just turn everything around for the bad. But we'll see how things progress forward as we get more so in the reading. But right now, I do feel like it is a good sign. Excuse me. Underlying here is the Temperance card. Yeah, I said that a second ago. Yeah, you know, you've been patient to a degree. You've been very, very still. But in that stillness, I do feel like maybe you've been like trying to hone your craft, or you've been, you know, either either trying to hone your craft, or you've been putting focus on something else while you allow things to really work out for you here with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, with the Temperance card, I do feel like, yeah, a lot of you have just kind of had to just sit down and just kind of rest on your ideas, or rest on, you know, your resources for a little bit, or this particular like project, or this particular endeavor. Like, you've been wanting to kind of go down that path, but I feel like a lot of you again have just been really patient and really been trying to sit and wait, and allow the universe to work some other things out for you. Okay. But I definitely see that that's why you're definitely ready to get your ideas out there. You're ready to express them. Definitely. I do get the sense of like a little bit of, not, I won't, well, I will say it's like impatience, but it's more just like, again, anxiety, or you're anxious, you know, you're just on the seat of your pants to start something. It's almost like, oh, I can't wait any longer, you know. Your present environment says the Judgment. Interesting. You got all major arcana down here. So I really feel like here with the Judgment card popping up there in that position, I think that a lot of you are being called to just, you know, again, while you're in this moment of while you're in this moment of like flux, and while you're in this moment of trying to, you know, just be patient, like with the universe, I feel like a lot of you are just still being called to really look and like look over everything that you are trying to accomplish. Look, like this new start that you're trying to kick off. Just make sure you're crossing your I's and dotting your T's, and you know, just everything. Like, so for some of you, I feel like for some of you, you might be trying to like write a book, or like a blog, or like some sort of maybe a column, or just something like that. I think that a lot of you just need to just, again, like, you know, just make sure you're proofreading. And I mean, that's quite of a boring example, but I feel like there's people out there that, you know, it's not an exciting example to use, but that's just the message that I saw most, just at the forefront. But anyway, however this fits to you, this Judgment card in this position is basically saying that, you know what, just take the extra time to just really look over your work, look over your ideas, and make sure that, you know, there's no, you know, make sure that everything is like, you know, as foolproof as possible. Make sure there's no loopholes. The Judgment card, we got 2 10s here. So, you know, this will probably be like maybe the last time that you'll actually really have to like look over things before everything really gets kicked off and kicked into gear. This will be the time where you're going to be making all of your corrections, making all of your, you know, red marks in the situation to correct something before, again, it begins to kick off. Your hopes and fears is the 8 of Swords. Is somebody getting in your mind? Is somebody telling you something? Is somebody making you feel as though you can't succeed? Is someone purposely doing something to, you know, like, is someone trying to like basically tie your hands up purposely here in this matter, or something? Like, how can I explain it? Like, I think that you're afraid to start something in a way, with maybe at some point, or at some point in the past, or at some point maybe right now, there's someone around you that, you know, could be either trying to, you know, get in your head, you know, kind of psych you out, talk you out of, you know, not doing what it is that you really want to do. you know, and it kind of creates this prison in your mind as far as saying, oh, I really can't do this. You know, it makes you afraid to really succeed here is what I feel like with the Eight of Swords. You're right there. You're almost at 10, you know, but with the Eight of Swords, it's like, it's that sense where, you know, you're really kind of like allowing things to really get into your own head and block you from making the moves that are needed to be made in order to be successful. And for what I can see right now, I feel like maybe someone is like talking over you. Okay. And again, it's just that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So, you know, you could have a Gemini in your midst. I mean, we do have the Gemini card here, but there may be a particular air sign or somebody that may be around you that, and I don't say that they're like maybe trying to sabotage you, but maybe they're just being very, very like they're being like a realist with you in a way. And it's a little bit discouraging from you really expressing what it is that you want to do. Like you feel a little bit tied up in doing that. And it either is because someone is getting in your head about it or you are getting in your own head about it. What's the outcome? The outcome is the Two of Swords. Interesting. So I feel like by the end of March, for some of you, it may play out a little bit longer, but there's this, I feel like you guys kind of reach a stalemate where there's no real movement being made other than you allowing universe to kind of, you know, align things up for you here with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you guys do have a particular endeavor or a particular, you know, project or just a new beginning of something that you want to start, something that will be, something that you believe will be, you know, that will line you up to, you know, experience, you know, some sort of tangible return from it. But again, here with the Judgment card, the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords in this line, I get the sense that a lot of you, yeah, you are taking the time to really kind of once and twice over your work before you really like put it out there. But at the same time, I think that a lot of you are kind of, you know, in your own head, maybe listening to the negative side of maybe kind of listening to your shadow side a little bit, getting you psyched out, and getting you like kind of really unsure of yourself and unsure of how you want to be able to put yourself out there and how you want to move forward with the Two of Swords. It's almost like you kind of regress a little bit, like with the Three of Wands to the Two of Swords. So you go from the Three of Two, you go from putting in enough work to see some sort of return from it, but then throughout the month, I feel like, again, either someone gets in your head or you get in your own head. You start to overthink a little bit here, and then you can't move forward. You can't, you know, you just kind of reach a stalemate. What's the card under the deck here? We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so you may be operating from this energy, from this Nine of Wands energy, where you know, you may just be kind of hung up on how something failed in the past. Maybe something didn't work out all the way in the past. Maybe you're afraid of what's happening, or excuse me, maybe you're afraid of what happened in the past is going to happen this time with this new endeavor. So I can definitely see why towards the end of the month, you know, you may just be a little bit hesitant to move. And it's just because I think that a lot of you are just in your own head again. Well, I knew that with the Eight of Swords, and I knew that with the Gemini, I think, card. A lot of you are just, again, in your own head, kind of blocking your own success a little bit. And then with the Nine of Wands, I think that a lot of you, it comes from a very guarded place. It comes from you trying to, you know, ensure that, you know, what happened before won't happen again. All right. So let's go ahead and pull 3 cards from the Rider Waite deck, or the Radiant Waite deck, just to get some clarification on the entire reading. For these, I just allow Spirit to go ahead and guide me towards the cards to use. Spirit, please allow us to be able to interpret your clarifiers. What else does Capricorn need to know during this time for the second half of March of 2019? The World card in reverse. Okay. Seven of Swords. All right. Give one more card, please. All right, I asked for one more, but I got two. So you got the Eight of Wands and then the Seven of Wands. Okay. So I'm immediately drawn to the two sevens here. I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like for a lot of you Geminis, excuse me, not Geminis, you may be dealing with a Gemini in some sort of manner, but, or you may have Gemini in your chart. But anyways, Capricorn, I do feel like for a lot of you, well, I was looking at the card too, but anyways, I do feel like a lot of you Capricorns, so what's happening for maybe a bunch of you is I'm drawn to these two sevens. I'm drawn to the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So I get the feeling that, you know, maybe there's some sort of idea that you're having or something that you're thinking about doing, or maybe something that you did already that others might kind of view as a little bit flaky, shifty, right? But on the other hand, you don't see it that way. You just kind of feel as though, you know, you were with the World card in reverse. I just kind of feel as though for a lot of you, you may have been trying to make certain moves to kind of, again, come from this stuck behavior. Like I see three cards that just make me feel stuck. And that's like the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and then this World card. So for some of you, you're kind of caught between something, maybe caught between, you know, an ending or a beginning of something, or you're just kind of, again, not really able to like press forward. But with this Eight of Wands here, I do feel like there is going to be like a lot of back and forth communication between someone, possibly the Gemini that we were talking about here. I just feel like as though maybe this person, or maybe you're going to be expressing to someone how you feel like the actions that they took were a little bit shifty, or maybe someone is going to say that, you know what, I feel like the actions that you took are a little bit sketchy. But it really only happened from a place of being guarded and from a place of self-preservation and trying to protect yourself. And I think that's what a lot of you are, you know, will be saying, even when it comes to like you know, trying to defend yourself here in this matter. Like you were just trying to make things move. You were just trying to make things go. You were just trying to not be all hung up and caught up in the details, you know. You felt like you put in your work, right? And so now that other people need to put in their work, and it's like for some of you, you may be you may have been unsure about if others were going to put in their fair share. So then you did what you felt like was necessary, okay? So let's pull cards from the Madame Endura fortune card deck and see how we can navigate through this energy. Okay. So we got two cards to fall out here. The first card that we had to fall out was the Raven. And the second card we have is Air. So the Raven says darkness looms on the horizon. The Air card says seek a union of mind and spirit. I like this energy. I see it as a warning though. But the colors that stand out to me in this card are both blue. So I do feel like it both, this is speaking, both of these cards are speaking to, you know, your intellect, your mind a little bit. With the Raven card, I feel like this is advice saying that, you know, again, really need to stay out of your own mind too much. That is where a lot of the darkness, that is where a lot of your concerns, where a lot of your fears are happening. You know, here again with the Gemini and the Moon card, this, you know, the moon comes out at night. So again, there's this darkness aspect of it, where you guys are really needing to, you know, just, and again, and look, and now we have the raven perched on, you know, on this head here. So again, even in the symbology, this is saying that, you know, watch what you think about certain things, you know, make sure that you aren't blocking your own success there. And then with the air card, it's seek a union of mind and spirit. So this is basically telling you exactly how you're going to be able to press forward. And for a lot of you, it's going to be where you're going to have to kind of move out of the darkness area from your own mind and maybe reconnect like with your spirit guides, or, you know, pray, or whatever it is that you do to give you comfort, from, you know, the you know, from the ether, the universe, God, or whoever it is that you believe in. Okay. Do that, because that's what's going to be able to give you, and, you know, the energy to move forward, and you may even receive messages that way. Okay. So Capricorn, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, but let me know how that works out for you, for your end of March reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can just email me. All the information will be in the description box below. You guys, thank you so much. I do appreciate your likes and your comments and your shares, your subscribes. If you haven't subscribed already, I do invite you to, okay? So Capricorn, this is your general reading. I'll see you guys later in the love readings. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.